My dear brothers and sisters, a blessed morning to all of you. We wish to welcome all of you to our Mother Church, the Manila Cathedral, as we celebrate the second Sunday of Advent. 2 linggo na lang po at Pasko na. And I know we still have our post-fiesta hangover. Kita pa naman din po ang ating design dito sa altar, and sa mga nakapunta po dito last Friday, we wish to welcome you again and we thank you once again for being with us. And to all of you, welcome to our Eucharistic celebration. My mom and dad got married 31 years ago. At matapos po ang madaming panahon na pag-i-encourage at buhay magnobyo at magnobya ng mommy and daddy naming magkapatid, panahon na po para hilingin ni daddy ang kamay ni mommy. And for that to be possible, daddy sought the help of his dear priest friend, dati po naming parochial vicar sa Pasay, para tulungan siyang magpaalam sa pamilya ni Mami hanggang masabi niya ang magical words na, "Will you marry me?" Natulungan po si Daddy, natulungan siyang makagawa ng paraan para magtagpo ang dalawang pusong ito. And the rest is history. Narito po ako sa harapan ninyo. At syempre, yung gumawa ng daan na yon ay hindi naman nanatiling kasama sa love story na yon. Yung gumawa ng paraan, nawala din naman at naging patuloy na inspirasyon sa kanilang dalawa. I began our reflection this morning with that story of my parents to relay this message to all of us. God will teach us or send us ways to meet Him, but such ways will vanish so that we can truly enjoy what we are hoping for and what we are dreaming for. Bibigyan po tayo ng Diyos ng mga daan at paraan para makatagpo niya tayo. Pero huhupa ang mga paraan na ito at magiging paraan lamang dahil ang mas importante ang magtagpo tayo at ang Diyos. In Filipino, we use the word paraan to signify that there are ways, there are modes, methods, manners, and maybe processes to do things. May paraan para gumawa ng cake. May paraan paano makapunta dito sa Manila Cathedral. May paraan paano manligaw. May paraan paano magdasal. And for many ways, we use the word paraan in our language. We are given the life of Saint John the Baptist as a paraan, as a way, a method, a manner on how we can meet Jesus. And from the gospel, we have heard the prophecy of Isaiah made true. I am sending my messenger ahead of you, and he will prepare your way. We admit it that we all want to celebrate Christmas. We all want to have, as usual, our own encounter with God. But can we also wish and desire to be a paraan, to be a way, a manner, a method on how your friends, your families, your peers, and many others can get near and even have also their own stories and experiences with Jesus. Sa totoo naman din, ginusto naman ni San Juan Bautista na siya rin ay magkaroon ng engkwentro sa kanyang pinsan. Pero naging daan siya para madami din naman ang yumakap kay Jesus. He was a way telling others, from what we have heard from our first reading, be consoled, comfort my people. He was a way of inspiring others, as what St. Peter in our second reading would remind us, to be found without spot or blemish before Him and at peace. Maging daan at hindi hadlang. Ipinapakita ang daan at hindi nanliligaw sa daraanan at sa daan. Pero may isa po tayong Filipino expression na ginagamit po natin yung salitang paraan. Di ba po kapag dadaan tayo sa harap ng dalawang nag-uusap, ano pong sinasabi natin? Paraan po. Kapag nais nating pumunta sa isang lugar kung saan nagsisiksikan ang mga tao, sasabihin natin, paraan po, makikidaan po. Kung gusto po natin pumunta from this point to that point, hihingi tayo ng permiso, paraan po. Paraan po. It's transitory. But more than that, it's diminishing, vanishing, nawawala, nagbibigay daan. Kung naging paraan po tayo para makapiling ang Diyos, paparaan lang din tayo. We have to vanish. We are just giving a way for God to be felt and to be embraced by all. John became a way for a people to prepare and meet Jesus. But at the time when Jesus came and made His presence felt to everyone, John vanished from the sight of the people. Walang paraan na nananatili. You succeed from becoming a way when you can vanish and let two beautiful souls meet, God and man. Hindi po mapagyabang ang mga paraan. Mapagpakumbaba ang mga nagiging paraan. They are people like St. John who can also say, paraan po. As what he has said in our gospel, one mightier than I is coming after me, and I am not worthy to stoop and loosen the thongs of his sandals. To be a way, to be a paraan, could be a very big temptation to blunt and to publicize. It's because of me that you now know the faith. It's because of me that you now love Jesus. It's because of me, kaya mo kasama yung taong iyan. It's because of me. Kaya ka may trabaho ngayon. It's because of me. That's why you are enjoying life right now. It's because of me. Ako ang naging paraan. But my dear brothers and sisters, after succeeding and doing our part of being a paraan, a way, it is also humbling to say, paraan lang po ako. I excuse myself so that again and again, two hearts can meet. God and man can meet. My dear brothers and sisters, to us who are called to be a way to meet the Lord, yes, we need to be a way. Madaming mga tao ang naghahanap ng mga paraan, daan, para sila rin ay makita nila ang Diyos. People are still experiencing Advent even during Christmas, even during Easter, even during Lent. And such people would need a way for them to meet God. And please, let us not be tempted. I may also not be tempted to say that it is because of me that you now enjoy God. Like John the Baptist, kailangan po nating pumaraan to vanish, to give way. To us who are called to be a way to meet the Lord, yes, we need to be a way. But we have to vanish. We have to excuse ourselves. We need to be hidden and humble so that Jesus can be embraced by many. Most especially those who would need Him. Most especially those in their eternal and forever Advent season in their life. Paraan lang tayo, pero paparaan lang tayo para magkita ang dalawang puso at buhay, si Jesus at ang bawat isa.